Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Jets going up against the Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Oakland. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Get down, get down! 185! Take 4!
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Lucky. Down! What's up, 888?
From the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Tight right. Watch tight end. Get down!
Throwing again. Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Get set. Hey, check me out, check me out. We got 3
And the wide out in motion.
Hey, Raider 2.
Now on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now Marshall. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Get down, right now. 58, Mike.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though, falls incomplete. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
We're set now on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Right back to Drake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop. You got to play in the defensive tackle position.
To throw is Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, that cute stuff, that ain't working. That cute stuff ain't working.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Come on, let's go. 38. Check, 53, Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
Out of the gun, Brissett. He dumps it off to Drake. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Hey, we got four.
Carl try it again on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Bishop. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. So 1 yard to go here on third down.
Double tight, double tight.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Over the middle complete. It's Bishop. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back around the 37. They get 9 yards there and they get a first down. They'll run with Marshall. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now, Blue 80.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is knocked down from the side. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Shift together here from the D-line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Ohio! 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 Turn it out! Turn it out! Here we go! What?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Now this time, Carl throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reese. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Man left, man left.
29. Deuce right, Chief. Down. 734.
Check.
This is Marshall. And some room to work. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be taken down at the 34. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Last stop. Last stop.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey.
Down.
To throw, it's Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet, right at the 20. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Get down. Get down. OP.
Four down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right.
734. 808.
Four down.
Carr to throw on 2nd down.
Tight dog.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
What's up?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And complete right side to Cook. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
So out now come the Jets.
Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Here we go! Flex round! No! Let's go! Ohio! Flex round! Hey, check 24! Watch flex round!
set to throw on first. And the Raiders have got him.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Slam, slam, slam. Joker, 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 joker. Flex round, flex round. Here we go. Ohio, Ohio. Flex round, flex round.
A second down throw for Brissett. He goes underneath to Drake. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On third down, Brissett. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at about the 14. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Down. You want it? Later, 2.
Hey, we got 3 down.
And here's Marshall. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's third and short. The Jets on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's third and 3.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. Going for the deep ball. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
4 down, even.
Monday, down. 690. 93. Spread.
Safe.
Purdue. Shift. Raider 1. Monday, down.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, over the shed tacklers. We saw it right there. Carr going to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, Raider 2.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Monday.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down.
Now, it's up, lady.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Down. 180.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
I know he ain't got it.
On 3rd down, Carr. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So they don't get a touchdown here on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Let's go. What? Next round. Ohio. 32.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st down, Drake. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go.
Throwing, Brissett. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Hey. We got 4. Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. Flex round. Flex round.
Now Brissett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. By buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bishop. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. It's a big play there for Oakland. 42 yards. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Keith Marshall, 14 yards. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Here we go. Flex round.
Brissett. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And finding Pruitt. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. They got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by David Amerson. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here we go. 180.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Find it.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
180.
Watch 25.
Express.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Just like that. Just like that.
Hey, Raider 2. Now.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run.
3 down.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over. They've got his man complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Give him 30 yards there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, after the success they had on the 2nd play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. And on 2nd and 10 now.
Raider 2.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. 93.
Big dad.
Carr. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Carr going to look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
4 down. 4 down.
Now Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back, but that may not matter now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Flex round. Ohio. Let's go. Ohio.
Brissett. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by David Anderson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah. And it's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. Room here to run. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Under crunch.
734. Low. 29.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down. It actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get